What's up, guys? Good morning. I am back for another summer episode here, episode 5. It is 9:30 and I have a cough, so sorry about that. But August 11th today, so it's Sunday morning, and 9:30 in the morning. So I actually got out here specifically to go shoot this ice cream shop, Ranison Ice Cream. They open at like 10, and just wanted to get down here before people started showing up. So I'm gonna go walk down the block. I got the zoom lens, and yeah, we're just gonna go and try and shoot that specifically, and then probably go bounce somewhere else around in town while we're out. So yeah, and yeah, I'm gonna come back out later today. Yeah, I need to I want to go down to, there's this spot, it's on the way south side, like deep in town, or not in town, deep outside of town, kind of like near the bluffs areas. So I'll go over there and shoot some of that as well, probably like late afternoon. It's supposed to be not too hot today, so I'm gonna go try and hit that as well. But yeah, I just wanted to get out here early, shoot this little ice cream shop because summertime, you know, why not? And mess around with the zoom lens as well. Just try and get, it's a really classic kind of ice cream shop, so just try and get, you know, some summer vibes with this little ice cream shop thing. So we'll go down there and then kind of just probably check out what else is around, and hopefully come back out later today. So let's get it. All right, beautiful morning today, but if you guys can see, I'll zoom in. This is kind of what I'm looking at. This ice cream shop up here. So this is why I brought the zoom. If you guys can see. So there's the ice cream shop. I'm gonna try and get something from way back here, kind of shooting at the sign right there. It's getting blocked by the pole right now, but the sunlight is hitting it perfect this morning, so we'll try and get a nice photo of that right there. All right, guys, so I got a nice shot from this side over here, from this corner at least. So I'm gonna probably back up a bit, but as you guys can see, I went vertical here, just kind of boom and then boom. So I want to try and get more like of the trees in this shot, so I'm gonna try and back up and kind of go back down this road a little bit. So we're still gonna, yeah, we're gonna try and get some more of these trees in here. All right, guys, I finally think I got the shot right here. I've been working around this for quite some time now, but right about in here, I went vertical. Looking at the sign right about here. So turned out pretty nice, I think. Morning light is hitting that really nicely. So, and then obviously I got the zoom lens on, so I'm getting really kind of good focus and up close with that. Looks pretty sweet. There's also some people kind of walking on the sidewalk here. I got in some of those shots, so maybe those will turn out pretty nice too. But I think I'm gonna get some vertical video of this as well. We'll just see how that looks. Okay, so a little bit of a different angle on this side here. So I'm on the other side now. But as you guys can see, this side is a little bit more lit up, and I'm going vertical with all of these, portrait style. Yeah, but this side's a little bit more lit up. I got kind of some of this tree in here as well, so kind of went right in here. Just a nice vertical shot, kind of right in here, focusing on that sign again. So turned out pretty good though, I think. I might back up here a little bit even. So if I keep backing up, some of these shadows are gonna get in play from these other trees here. So I might take a shot way back here as well. Just kind of see how that looks. Turn out pretty cool probably. Get some of those other houses in there. But beautiful morning. Been hanging around this ice cream shop for like a half hour now. Okay. Final last shot here. Through the, this was actually really cool. Looking at the other side again here. Through the leaves. Very cool. This is kind of what I was looking for initially. Just something through like the trees or something like that. And it turned out really good here, actually. So again, just focusing on the sign. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, that turned out really nice. This is a cool, nice little cut right here through the overgrown trees and brush. That turned out really good. I'm gonna get some vertical video of this as well. Try and turn it into a reel or something. Okay, so that was it for the photos at the ice cream shop. That was there for a while. Pretty much got like all angles of that. Turned out pretty cool though. The sun is relatively harsh. There's like no clouds in the sky right now, so but the morning light is hitting it real nice. And yeah, it probably wouldn't have looked as well. It definitely wouldn't have looked as lit up in the evening or afternoon, so that was good. Kind of got the light hitting it right away in the morning. But yeah, I was really planning for that one, so really kind of just focusing this morning shoot around that. I think what I'm gonna do right now is run to Quick Trip, take a little break, and head over to this other area. I might switch out lenses too. I may keep the zoom lens on, I don't know. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna check out another area right now. I've actually, the last photo shoot you guys saw was right around this same area. So I've actually done quite a bit of work in this neighborhood. So yeah, that's the plan for now. We're gonna go to Quick Trip, take a little break, and then probably just bounce over to another spot quick, may as well. Nice and warmed up. So we'll see you guys back out there. There's all sorts of cool little alleys over here. Found this little industrial area back here. I don't really have the right lens for this right now, but it's still pretty cool back here nonetheless. Since I'm working with the zoom lens, I'm really trying to find, like, you know, some good zoomed out shots, if that makes sense. But nothing really too much over here. Just looks cool. Man, this sunlight is super harsh right now though. It's gonna be relatively hot today, like 80 degrees. We'll just keep trucking until we see something. I haven't worked with the zoom lens in quite some time, so it's a little bit of a change up for me. But always good to change it up a little bit. Okay guys, so first little shot here, nothing too crazy. This little corner, these houses are lit up super nicely. The sun is really harsh right now, but so it's really bright. But just went vertical, about right here, kind of just focusing on those houses. So just saw it, something real simple. Again, with the zoom lens, so everything is zoomed in pretty far, but just lit up super nicely. Not seeing a whole lot, but we're gonna keep pushing. It is a little bit more difficult with the zoom, like I've mentioned before. Just takes a little bit more thought process, I guess, thinking about how to line up the shot and whatnot. Okay, kind of interesting scene here I found. I know this is kind of zoomed out for you guys on the phone camera, but hopefully this is enough visual for you to see. But so this house here went vertical, kind of cut it off right there and like right there. Sorry, car almost is coming down the road. But yeah, so you guys can see the bluff in the background there, hopefully. That's kind of what I was going for here. Just trying to get that bluff in the background with those two houses, so just some nice depth going on here. Looking for that depth, but again, the sun is really harsh. It's about 11:30 right now, so getting close to noon. Sun is really harsh right now. It's kind of difficult, but just a nice shot. Interesting kind of depth to it, I found. Of course, I was shooting in between the cars passing, so I got a shot without all the cars in there, which is kind of cool. As you guys can see though, those smokestacks, you guys may recognize those from previous videos. I know those have been in some, or at least one of the winter ones, kind of over there. But a lot of clutter in here, a lot of like signs and posts and electrical lines, a lot of clutter. So I was looking for something up this road, but this kind of shot was only kind of one I found. That was decent though. We'll keep going through this neighborhood. I'm probably not going to spend too much more time out here. May come out later in the evening when the sun is setting. But we'll keep going. That was pretty cool though. Yeah, so basically right in here for that guy. Honestly, I might take another one, kind of just backed up more. I'm zooming in so far for these, you know. But really like just the bluff going on in the background there. That's initially what I saw. Just cool depth to it. Okay, actually got the first landscape shot of the day here. As you guys can see, got a nice red house way down there. So obviously, keep in mind I'm working with the zoom lens, so I had to back up pretty far for this shot to get it framed correctly. But this overgrown tree right here, kind of overgrowing the road, really makes this shot, brings in those shadows, you know, that you're seeing kind of in the foreground here on the drive. And yeah, the shadowing, I'm looking for kind of nice shadows right now because that's going to take away from the harsh sunlight. But as you guys can see, I mean, even if I had the 22mm lens on, it still would have turned out really nicely. And yeah, that's kind of just what I was going to look for. Some shadowing and just a nice kind of scene. So that made it, when I was kind of looking for that with the tree, at least I'm always looking for kind of some tree growth in my shots. So again, kind of backed up here. Let me back up again so you guys can get the full effect of the photo. So keep backing up right about in here. So that's pretty much where that photo is shot, right in here. First landscape of the day. So that turned out pretty nicely. Of course, with the siding being red on that, makes it stand out a lot better. And I'm probably gonna make this turn and then start heading back. Actually got some clouds showing up now. There's no clouds this morning. This might be the photo of the day right here. Just saw this on the walk back to the truck. Went vertical, zoom lens, go right here, cut off this truck here, and this stuff, cut off this stuff here. So just focusing on the clothesline. Hopefully you guys can see that. I know it's a little blurry. Just beautiful. So yeah, I went vertical right through here. Just gorgeous. Definitely might be the photo of the day right there. And was playing around with the angles a little bit. I do want to be respectful of these people here, so I'm trying to make it quick, but just a really nice scene. The sunlight, the wind blowing the clothes, looks really cool. Just gorgeous. And that'll do it. It's about noon. I need to get back. And to be honest, I'm not feeling too great either. All right. Oh, let's talk about that final shot again real quick. So, those shots specifically, when you guys just saw that clothesline, those are the shots that I live for. Specifically, because it was so random. Was not expecting that at all. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna shoot anymore. I'm still looking around like I am, but I gotta pack it in, man. It's about noon. I wasn't even expecting to be out this long. I still gotta eat lunch. I haven't eaten anything today. Okay, made it back in the truck. It's steaming in here. So that'll do it for the morning shoot, guys. It's about 12:15. Was not expecting to be out this long, to be honest. But happy I did. I mean, that last shot, that clothesline shot, I was thinking while I was walking back here, like, I've literally always wanted one of those shots, one of those photos, specifically of like a clothesline like with clothes hanging on it, you know, blowing in the wind a little bit, the sunlight hitting it. I've always wanted one of those shots, and I've never been able to get one. And it's just like the most random thing, dude. Like I was kind of saying in the last cut, I was not expecting that at all. It's one of those photos where it just happens, right? Like right before that, I was honestly feeling like sick and just feeling not good at all. Like the heat's getting to me. I haven't had anything to eat. Kind of got to use the bathroom a little bit, like I always do. But yeah, just feeling a little sick. I'm like, all right, I'm going back. Like I'm done with this photo shoot. I'm over it. And I walk 2 blocks and I see that scene with the clothesline. And I'm like, this is the most crazy thing. And as soon as I started taking the photos for that, of course I started feeling better, and it's like, you know, started actually realizing like, oh shit, this is like a really nice shot here. So just one of those things, dude. Like, you never know with photography. Like, you never know what you're gonna find, never know what you're gonna see. If I would have taken, you know, if I would have either kept the shoot going or to, you know, walked down one other block, walked down one other street, didn't take this turn at this time, I would have never found that shot, right? I would have never stumbled upon the clothesline. So all of those things had to line up perfectly where, you know, I'm walking down the right street, I'm ending the shoot, you know, everything has to kind of line up for that stuff to happen, and it's still just so random, you know, you can never expect those types of things. So that's just really cool. You know, like I said, I've always kind of wanted one of those shots, but it's just never really happened. And it's not something you can really plan for too. It's not like, you know, I'm, you know, out and about scoping out where the nearest clothesline is with clothes hanging on it, you know, planning out a photo. You kind of just has to happen like that. So super cool. Really stoked on that. But that's it for this morning. Yeah, I've been out since 9:30, so 3.5 hours. Pretty dang good. Pretty happy with that. Got some really, really awesome shots this morning. It's been going great, honestly. So for the rest of today, we'll see if I go on another shoot. I'm gonna try to. I do have some other stuff I need to get done today. I'm gonna try and mow the lawn too. But yeah, I'm gonna try. We'll attempt the evening photo shoot. We'll see what happens. If I go on that, we'll just cut to that right after this, or I might just put it in another video, depending on, you know, how long this field footage is initially. I have to look it over. So depending on what happens here, we may just cut to the next outing for today, or it might just be another video. I don't really know. I got to figure it out. But yeah, I'm gonna head back, just start doing some stuff for the day here, and then yeah, we'll review these photos along with any other ones I get. And yeah, so that'll do it for today's field footage, guys. Happy Sunday, and mid-August, I guess, is the dog days of summer right now. So yeah, I'm actually, there's already been a couple days where I've been like, oh boy, I can feel fall coming. I can feel it coming. It is closing in, and it's going to be here before we know it. And I can already see on some of the trees already, some of the tops of them are turning. You can kind of start to see this yellowy green. So it's coming, dude. It's coming. It'll be here before we know it. My favorite season of all time. So I can't wait. But yeah, I will catch you guys, I guess, either in the next field footage cut or back at the crib for reviewing photos. So we'll see you guys then. Okay, what's up, guys? Finally settled in to the new spot here. Got kind of a rinky-dink setup going on, but yeah, so finally got into the new spot here, new crib. Just set up this desk, and pretty much we got a bare bones recording going on right now, but that's okay. So I definitely just wanted to get out this editing portion of episode 5 for the summer, for that mid-August shoot. So yeah, oh geez, I think my mic is cracking a little. Hopefully that's not coming through too terribly. But yeah, so what was that, August 11th? Pretty much right in mid-August there, for that shoot, just that morning shoot. And yeah, I thought it went really well, to be honest. And yeah, I did honestly plan that out, mainly around like the Rosie's ice cream shop. And then I had an idea of doing some stuff, after getting that shot, but did not expect to stay out for like 3.5 hours. So that was a pretty long photo shoot, to be honest. So it didn't end up going out later in the day. I was just honestly super tired, pretty wiped out, and I was running around doing other stuff during the day as well. So, but overall, some pretty awesome shots just in those. Didn't actually hit like too many locations. It was mainly planned around like the ice cream shop and then just that one little neighborhood. But yeah, I just ran into some interesting scenes with the clothesline there, and then yeah, what else was there? Just a few houses and stuff. Yeah, but we'll review those. But yeah, overall, pretty dang good. Pretty happy with the outcome of that shoot. And yeah, it was kind of a typical like late summer day. It was pretty hot, a pretty harsh sunlight. But like in the morning, it's been cooling down a lot, and you can kind of see like a lot of in the trees and stuff. Like everything kind of just looks. It's got like that late summer kind of vibe going on. But yeah, we'll just review the photos in this quick, guys. I'll try and keep it relatively quick here. I know the field footage kind of went long, so we'll hop onto the screen. Won't waste any more time. And yeah, eventually I will get some other decorations going and stuff. Make this recording studio a little bit more, I guess, look cooler. But yeah, this setup works pretty well for now. So yeah, let's just start at the top here. I haven't actually gone through and put in any editing to these yet. And as you can see, this was actually the first shoot of August so far. I've just been incredibly busy with the move and stuff, getting things situated and whatnot. I've been editing other photos, but haven't got to this collection yet, we'll call it. But yeah, we'll just start at the top here. So yeah, as you guys saw in the field footage, I pretty much worked around like every angle of this Randison Ice Cream and Candy shop. Obviously, it was really just trying to focus on getting the sign as visible as I could, and trying to make just the scene come together as best I could. There was a lot going on, at this intersection, in this area. You know, there's some stop signs right here. There's cars pulling up. There's telephone poles all over the place, telephone wires all over the place. So it's it's kind of a busy spot, and that's another reason actually why I'm just gonna keep scrolling through these. I took so many photos of this of this of this sign of this shop, so you guys can just see all of the different angles I went with here. And then I actually did highlight a couple. I'll go to those right away. So these two, I think, are going to be some of the main, or at least a couple of the main ones. So this guy, that one, and this one. So you can see we got really good focus there, and I really like the vine growth on the side of the building here. I just think that looks really cool. And we've got, foliage, leaf foliage, kind of in this scene as well, giving it a nice border composition. So yeah, I was working around this for like 45 minutes, to be honest. And this was pretty much the main reasoning why I got down here around like 9:30 in the morning. Because I looked and they open at like 10 a.m. I don't know who goes and gets ice cream at 10 a.m. in the morning, but I'm sure there are some folks who do that. So I mainly wanted to get down here before, the big rush of people. I mean, obviously, who cares, getting some photos of people in there, but personally, I just wanted to get there before a bunch of people showed up. So I wasn't, lingering around this spot for like a half hour, taking photos of everything. So got down here early before they opened. This is actually a pretty cool shot with this guy biking here. I think that looks actually pretty awesome. I'm going to highlight that as well. Again, focus when you're working with the zoom lens, especially. I am looking for a really sharp, crystal clear focus. So it's not like super crystal clear, but with zoom lens, if you don't have a tripod like I do, or if you're not working with a tripod, which I usually don't, it's just a lot of setup that I don't like to do. I move around a lot. I just don't really have, the patience or the time really to set up a tripod for every shot I take. But with a zoom lens, if you're not using a tripod, any movement you make while you're taking the photo, it can cause some focus blur. You just get a little bit of motion blur going on. Unless you're really steady with your hands or you're working on like a super fast shutter speed, like you got your camera settings set up correctly where it's taking like your shutter speed is just like super fast, then you don't have to worry about it. But at least with the camera I have and the settings I usually work with, sometimes I'll get a little bit of motion blur if I'm moving around a lot, or just like shaky at all. So something to keep in mind when working with zoom lenses. I've got a 70-300 that I use for reference. I usually just work with like a 22 millimeter fixed lens for a lot of my shots that I like. So moving on here, as you can see, we're just still going through. Got all angles of this. We'll go through these quicker here, but people walking their dogs, just a Saturday morning, everybody's getting out doing stuff. And then this last angle here was honestly super cool with the leaf foliage, as you guys saw in the field footage. What I was trying to avoid, as you guys can see, we're in a big political year. So there's lots of political signs, even in this other one that you guys saw. I was trying to cut those out because I am not really interested in I guess, supporting either side through my photography. But yeah, a lot of political signs, people just putting signs in their yard and stuff, which, whatever, I don't really care. But I don't want that in my photos. So yeah, this one, like you can see here, right in there. So trying to, work around that as best I could, trying to get those out of there because I am not interested in that. So yeah, that's one thing. But this other side of the shot here, or of the shop, was nice. Only thing I didn't really like with that one was, you could really see the vines on this side. I really, the vine growth and stuff from this angle on the side of the building here is just, I just think that's so cool. So I'll probably go with like this angle. One of those, to be honest. So those were all of the Ranison ice cream shots. We'll keep moving along here. So after that, oh my gosh, I keep bumping to the end. Sorry about that. Keep bumping to the beginning of the photos. I'm not trying to do that. Let's see, excuse me. So after that, we went to just a little neighborhood on the south side of town, and this area it's actually a pretty cool area. I've walked around. I actually haven't walked around this neighborhood in a really long time. I've walked around to do photos. I've walked around an adjacent area that I kind of mentioned in the video in the winter season. I did some shooting around there, but it's kind of like this area is it's got like, there's some industrial, there's like the train building or the train headquarters. It's like you've got some industrial stuff going on, and then you've also, this neighborhood specifically on like the other side of the road is kind of closer to the river. So there's a lot of stuff going on in this area of town. You got kind of the bluffs too in the background of things going on. So, there's cool things to see. But this shot, I actually just liked the look of this. Just kind of looks like gritty, a little bit gritty, and I don't know. I just saw this and I thought the way these houses kind of lined up with the trees in the background. If I crop this down a little bit so that this section of sky is cut off, then it's just a green wall of leaves. I think that'd look pretty cool. Just a, simple residential shot. This one actually turned out kind of better than expected. To be honest, I haven't really reviewed or looked over these too much. So you guys are hearing me kind of, I guess, first reactions almost for a lot of these. I glanced at some of them, but yeah. This one actually turned out a little better than expected. That one's kind of cool. I like that. Bluff in the background. Cars were zooming by here, as you guys saw in the field footage, so trying to get some shots without cars flying by. But that turned out pretty dang good, I think. Crop that down a bit, bring up the highlights, add some saturation to it, give it a little bit of pop. I think that could turn out pretty good. And with the zoom lens again, you get really nice crisp focus. So I always look for more depth in the photo. If I can add more, or if I can find a scene with a lot of depth to it, that's really good for zoom. When you have a zoom lens on, it's really good to get those types of shots. Moving along here. Only landscape shot of the day coming up. Yep. With this little red house. I wasn't really seeing a whole lot of landscape photo opportunities, and I wasn't really, to be honest, looking for them too much, but this one did catch my eye just looking down this road here. I don't know. I just like obviously this house sticks out a lot because of the red siding, that updated nice crisp red siding. And then the shadows of the tree here, it just kind of makes a cool composition. Give this some editing, darken those shadows up, bring up the highlights a bit. and that could turn out pretty nice. And then of course got the truck pulling down the road. That actually makes the shot even better. Right about there. I'll highlight that. Highlight these. That completes the shot completely. Having this truck here pull through the scene, that makes that a lot better. Gives it some movement, gives the shot some movement. And then finally, you guys saw my reaction to this in the field footage, but honestly, one of the best shots of the whole summer series thus far. And we don't have much of summer left now, so this will be one of the shots of the whole season for sure. One of the best ones. Once I figure out which one of these is going to be the best shot. Because I took a lot. Here. I mean, I take a lot of photos at all of the things usually. Usually, when I stop to take a photo, I usually take a lot. But yeah, as you guys can see, I mean, this shot, I don't really have to say too much. I think it just speaks for itself. Just really cool. Yeah, that turned out really good. Actually got some good I just want to scroll through these real fast. Yeah, I got some good focus on that. Yeah, those turned out really cool. And the sunlight coming through obviously makes this that much better. It's kind of cool. You guys can see the motion of the towels and stuff kind of flying in the breeze there as I'm taking these photos. But yeah, I mean, the way the sunlight hits these towels and stuff, it's just really pretty. And I was actually stoked that we'll wrap this up quick. But I was actually pretty stoked when I saw this too, because there's no it's just towels basically, and maybe some old t-shirts. It's nothing provocative. I don't know why anyone would put their underwear, I guess, or anything on the clothesline, but it's just basic towels and stuff. So it's not like I'm taking a photo of somebody's underwear, anything like that. So that was good. That's always good. Always good. But yeah, I mean, just pretty random. Did not expect this at all, and honestly was a little bit hesitant. You're always a little bit hesitant to take these types of shots. It's a little up close and personal, But I didn't have any issues taking it. I just kind of found the angle. With the zoom lens, of course, I had to back up. I was pretty far away from the actual clothesline. I was all the way across the road, across the street on the other side, shooting at this. So, spent a little bit of time finding the angle, but it really didn't take me too much time to find this angle. I knew I was going to have to shoot kind of straight on. You guys saw in the first initial shots here, this obviously is not going to work. This shot here, I mean, you can't. That's not going to work. Doesn't capture that correctly. So did one minor adjustment, kind of just walked across the road, hit it right on, and yeah, you guys can see the main road here in the background. Kind of cars going by there, but yeah, it turned out really cool. Turned out really, really cool. When that gets into post edit, when that gets into editing, it's gonna turn out sweet. I'll have to show you guys that again, the final edit. While we're here, quick, I will show you just some quick edits that I've done from July. This was recent. Got this done with the alley and the Mourning Dove on the telephone lines here. That was pretty sweet. That's all done. Where was the Continental? Yeah, the Continental here. Amazing. I'm going to also do another edit of another angle, basically on the other side of this that I took. So I'm going to do another photo edit of that, and it'll just be a kind of a two-piece there. Nice shot of a runner running down the sidewalk here. That morning shoot, I think that was in the last episode. I don't know if I showed you guys this of the rainbow that I saw in the alley quick. I think I showed that in the last episode. But yeah, just kind of been editing stuff from July here. But I'm basically done with July. I pretty much hit all I've wanted to in July with those edits. Gonna probably do a couple more and then start moving into August. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Let's hop off the screen. Yeah, so that was a good shoot. Not a whole ton, like a lot of bangers, like quantity wise, but the shots that we did get, I mean, those 3 or 4, 2 or 3, I don't know, they're prime time, really, really good. So super happy with those, super stoked with being able to kind of just stumble upon some of those photos there. It's always fun when that happens, just, not really expecting anything at all, and then boom, you come away with something pretty special. So it's always a nice little surprise when that happens. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, man. That is pretty much it for episode 5. If you guys have made it this far, thanks for sticking with me. But yeah, we're as far as the summer season goes, we're pretty much wrapping it. We're getting close to the end here, guys. I know there hasn't been, I haven't uploaded like a ton of episodes for the summer, and obviously it's a long season. I wanted to do more, to be quite honest. May, June, I wanted to do a lot more in June. I literally didn't do much at all in June, but with the move and everything, a lot of kind of stuff happening with that, and just some other mishaps with the move and stuff that delayed things further, but kind of I'm settled in now, so that's the good thing. But yeah, I honestly wish I could have done more in June for sure. I didn't do anything in June, but it is what it is, man. What are you gonna do? So as far as the summer season goes, might get one more video, might get 2, but I'm really not seeing it go farther than maybe 2 more videos or something like that for these last couple. As it stands now, there's only basically 1 week left of August. So this coming weekend, the next weekend, this is gonna be the 2 last weekends of August, and then September is gonna be here, and that's gonna be it, dude. We're gonna be rolling into fall, and that's peak season for me, at least. It's basically the busiest time of the year for me. I don't know how many episodes I did last fall. I think it was like 13 or 14, but it's pretty much almost every weekend I'm getting out there. So, yeah. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, I hope you guys are still getting outside, still doing your thing, enjoying the last couple weeks of summer we got. And yeah, we're heading into fall. It'll be a good upcoming fall season. So I'm already starting to see some colors popping. The trees are turning a little bit here and there. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.